Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions Review, the punk rock band of wargame review institutions. What I'm doing here is a 5th edition solo campaign. It's just called the Chronicles of Davus. Let me introduce you to the characters. First one is an NPC named Rudolph Braun. He's a barroom brawler. He's actually a commoner, but he's got better stats than a typical commoner. This is another commoner here. This is Jorg Lang. He's a grave digger. And this is the main character, Davus. He's a level 1 fighter. And here's his dog, Maggie. The dog's basically got mastiff stats on it. What's going on in this is Davus has been hired to find a wizard's tome that he believes is buried in the cemetery here in a wizard's grave known as Ashok. He hired everyone else here to assist him, so they're going to get started now. I do a few things different here than in regular D&D, like for example in combat, I only roll initiative once. I don't do it every round. And obviously you can see I'm not using squares here, so I'm measuring each inch of movement equals 5 feet. So they're going to start moving towards there. And they're going to roll to see if a wandering monster arrives. There's a different table for outside of the cemetery or inside of it. So they roll and a scarecrow arrives. So let's see what direction he is in relation to them. Roll a 12-sided dice. He's coming from the 4, so from this direction, about 6 away. And he's trying to sneak up on them. He's got a dexterity of +1, so he'll roll his dexterity. And he gets a 10, and let's see if he's able to successfully sneak up on any of them. No, he is not. So we're going to roll initiative. I'll roll initiative and then come back to the film. Jorg Lang is the first in the initiative order, so he's going to move here. So he's going to move straight to here. And then the next is RB Rudolph Brown. They're just trying to form a line here to. And now the scarecrow goes next. He's going to choose which he's going to move into. So he's going to move into him. And for his attacks, he has a multi-attack, 2 claw attacks with a +3. Rudolph has an AC of 10. So that's a 9 miss. And a 5, both missed. Alright, now Maggie goes. I do flanking in this, meaning if you have 2 figures on opposite sides, you get advantage when you attack. So Maggie's going to attack now. She gets a +3. 7 + 3 is 10. Not good enough to hit the scarecrow. Alright, and then Davus is last. He will move to here. And he's a +5 with his 2-handed greatsword. So he gets a 16, which hits, and that'll do a d10 + 3 damage. So it does 8 damage to the scarecrow. So the scarecrow is down to 28 points. Correction, he's down to 24. He's or to 32, I meant, because he's got resistance. All right, we'll start at the top of the order with JL. He's going to attack with his shovel. And he misses, I believe. Yeah, he misses. Then RB's going to attack. He's got a 14, which hits, and he's got a torch, and it does D4 + 2 bludgeoning damage and +2 fire damage. So the D4 + 2, so that's 4 damage, which becomes 2 because of resistance, and then he gets 2 fire damage, which is 4 because he's vulnerable to fire, so he does a total of 6 damage to him. And then he's got a kicking attack. Oops, wrong dice. Miss. Now the scarecrow goes. Let's choose which of these 3 attacks on the front here. He attacks RB, Rudolph Brown. And he misses. So now Maggie goes and she has advantage. That's a hit. Yeah, so she hits and does 1d6 plus 1 piercing. So it's 2 damage, which becomes 1. So the Scarecrow's at 25. Alright, top of the order again. JL goes. And he hits. So he does that's a total of 5, which becomes 2. So the Scarecrow's down to 23. Now RB is going to go. He's got advantage. That one's a miss. Oh, that's a crit. So 2d4 plus 2. That's 4, 8, 10, which becomes 5. But he also does 2 fire damage. So it becomes 18, and the fire damage becomes 4 because he's vulnerable to it. So the Scarecrow's at 14. Now the Scarecrow goes. Let's see who he's going to attack. He is going to attack Davus. 13, not good enough. Alright, so top of the order, JL goes again. He's got advantage. So that's a 13, which is good enough. And then, since he's got advantage, he rolls again. Alright, so 13. So that's 5 damage plus an additional 2 slashing damage since he's using a shovel. So that's 7, which becomes 3. Now RB's going to go. That's a hit. That's a hit too. Alright. 1d4 plus 2, so that's 5. And plus 2 fire damage, so it's the 2 fire damage becomes 4 because he's vulnerable, so a total of 6. Now the Scarecrow goes. Let's see who he's going to attack. He's going to attack Davus again. He gets a hit and does 4 damage in his second attack. That's a miss. So 4 damage on Davus. And then he's got, let's see here. If the target's a creature, I must succeed in a DC 11 Wisdom throw, or I'll be frightened next turn. I succeed. Alright, so top of the order, JL goes. Hit. So that's 4 total of 8 damage, which becomes 4. So he's down to 3. And then RB goes. Oh, he gets a crit again. Nice. Yeah, he's a barroom brawler, so he knows how to fight. So that's 6, which becomes 3, and then he's got the fire damage. So the Scarecrow is no longer with us. See if we got any treasure. Yeah, 3d6 gold points. 5, 7, 8. So the party gets 8 GP. And they get how much experience? 200 XP. They're going to move forward. He makes it in there. And then as for his action, he looks at the tombstone to see if that's the correct one. No, it's not. I got it marked on the bottom, whichever is the correct one. I mix up the tombstones and put them in there, so I don't know which is the correct one until I go through. It makes the solo game a little more interesting when you got random monsters and you don't know exactly where the grave is. Alright, he's going to go. Move to here. Going move to there. And Maggie has plenty of movement. I think she's got 50 feet of movement. Now, at the end of the turn, we roll on a wandering monster table to see if anything happens on a 6. Wandering monsters will occur. Gets a 1, no, so they can continue. Alright, Maggie can't identify any of the graves, so she's just going to move there to guard. This guy's going to go first. He's going to move here. That's not the correct grave. And this dude will go over here, and he can see the grave, what it says from a distance. Oh, he found it right away. That's the one. Alright. So, end of turn, we'll do a wandering monster check. No wandering monsters. So now it's time for the grave digger to start working. So he moves over here. And we roll a d10 to see how many turns it's going to take to dig up the grave. It's going to take 9 turns. On this turn, he'll start digging. He'll go here, form a little bit of a perimeter, and he'll go there. And roll for wandering monsters, no. 8 turns left to digging, roll for wandering monsters, no. 7, no. 6, nope. 5, nope. 4, nope. Getting good rolls here. 2, nope. Nope. Maybe he'll make it. Okay, so they've dug up the grave. And we'll use this as the coffin. When they look inside the coffin, they find the corpse of the wizard, but they don't see the tome in there, but they do see a key. So they assume that the key must be to the mausoleum. So we're gonna roll one more for wandering monsters. Nope. Alright. So he's gonna move here in front of the door. And so is he. They're both the tough guys. And they're going to stand back here. He tells the dog not to go in the mausoleum. So one more chance for wandering monsters. Nope. So now they open the door. Alright, so we rolled a d4 to see how many skeletons are in there. There's 4 skeletons. I'll roll initiative now off camera. Alright, so skeleton 1, which is this one, is going to attack him. He misses. And then skeleton 2 is going to attack Davus. He misses. Davus will go now. He's got a +5 for skeleton 2. So that's a 12, which, what's his armor class? Not good enough. Now JL is going to go, or JL, nothing's in range, and the same with Maggie and skeleton 4 and 3, nothing in range. So we go back to the top, so skeleton 1 goes. He gets a hit on him. It's 1d6 plus 2. So RB is down to 11. Skeleton 2 goes now. Gets a hit on me. Does 6 damage to Davus. So Davus is half dead. He's just first level, so he has very few hit points, so this is dangerous. Alright, now it's time for Davus to go. He's going to do the disengage action and move away. JL goes now. He'll move into here. And he's going to attack. Misses. Alright, now RB is going to go. Misses. Wow. It's Maggie's turn. She can't go, and neither can skeleton 4 or 3. So skeleton 1 will go now. He gets a hit. And he does 4 damage to RB. So that brings him down to 7. Skeleton 2 will attack JL now. Gets a hit. Does 6 damage to JL. So that's a 4. Davus is going to hold his action until JL moves. JL is going to use the action to disengage. And now Davus rolls a potion. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2. So he gets all his hit points back. So he's at 12. So now RB will go. RB is going to attack. So he gets a hit. 3 bludgeoning damage, which becomes 6 because they're skeletons, plus 2 fire damage. So 8 damage to skeleton 1. He's only got 5 left. Now skeleton 2 goes. Oops, wrong. I'm rolling to see where he's going to go. He's going to go this direction. So he's going to attack Maggie. Hits Maggie. And does 6 damage to her, so she's down to 4. Alright, Davus will get behind the skeleton. Now he gets advantage on him. That's a 14, that's a hit. Oh, we got a crit. Alright, so that's 2d10 plus 3. 9, so 12 damage to skeleton number 2. It's only got 1 left. Alright, so Davus is going now. JL will go. JL is going to have to take, he's got, how many? He's got 2 potions of healing on him, so 4, 8, so he gets all his points back, so he's back up to 10. And then he's going to move to there. Now RB will go. He's going to continue fighting, or you know what? He's going to disengage. He's got very few hit points left. So now Maggie goes and she attacks that skeleton with an advantage. That one's not good enough. Oh, crit. 2d6 plus 1. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 damage. But it was enough to kill skeleton number 2. Skeleton 4 is going to go now. And he's going to move here and attack Davus and right there. So that's a hit. And does 7 damage to him. Wow. He's down to 5. Alright, top of the order now. Let's... Skeleton number 1 is probably going to go there. Hits. 3 damage. So Davus is down to 2. Now Davus is going to take the disengage action to run over here and use his last potion next turn. So now JL will go. Hit. Using a shovel. So it does 5 bludgeoning damage, which becomes 10. Then it's got an additional 2 slashing damage, so 12 on that one. And that guy is, that skeleton is gone. Now RB is up. Yeah, he's going to take his potion here. He's got a potion of greater healing. 1, 2, that's already enough. He's back up to full speed, so he's up to 16. But he's out of potions. And now it's Maggie's turn. So Maggie's going to go right there and attack that skeleton there. Oops, wrong dice. Hit. That's a total of 5 damage to skeleton 4, so that's down to 8. Now it's skeleton 4's turn, and he's going to go after JL. Miss. And skeleton 3 moves forward and is going to attack Maggie. Miss. So now it's Davus's turn. He's going to take his potions. Last 1, 2, 4, so he gets 6 points back. So he's up to 8. Now JL is going to go. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that misses. RB is going to hold this turn until Maggie leaves. He uses a bonus action to call Maggie over. So Maggie's going to move away. And now RB will take his action. Hit. 4, 5, 6 becomes 12 plus 2 fire damage. That one is dead. Alright, now the skeleton will go and he's going to attack probably JL. 9, 10, 11. That's enough to hit. And does 8 damage to JL. So he's down to 2 hit points. Not good. Alright, top of the order. Davus is going to hold his action. JL is going to disengage, and Davus moves in. And misses. Damn. Now RB is going to go. Gets a crit. 4, 6 plus 2. So that's 8, which becomes 16 because it's bludgeoning against the skeleton. So the skeleton is dead. Alright, they're all going to move into here now. And they're going to search the skeleton bodies. Each skeleton body has D6 gold on it. So they find 2, 3, 6, 11 more gold. They move away and open up this coffin right here, and they find a tome they've been looking for, so now they just have to make it back to get their reward. So they'll move out here and do a wandering monster check. And another movement to here. One last wandering monster check. Nope. Nope. They moved right to here, and they're going to do a wandering monster check. And it's a 2, nope. So move forward. Wandering monster check, nope, and they make it off the map. So our characters have made it back to the wizard, and they give him the tome, and they get 250 bonus experience points. And the wizard gives each of them 2 lesser healing potions, or regular healing potions, whatever you want to call them. And he gives Davus a ring of resistance to poison. And there ends our adventure, or at least this episode of it. Thanks for watching, and have a good evening.